Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make some red velvet crinkle cookies that are perfect for the holiday season or really any time of the year. This is going to make about 18 cookies in total. So you're going to need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1¼ teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of unsalted butter softened, 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, 2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, red food coloring, and 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. So the first thing you want to do is get a medium-sized bowl, and in it you're going to pour your flour and your cocoa powder. Into that, go ahead and add in your baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Alright, so once that's added in, give all of it a good mix. And this part doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure that everything is well combined. Alright, so now you want to get another bowl. I'm using a stand mixer, but you can also just use a hand mixer or a bowl and a spatula. And what you want to do is put in your butter and your sugar. And you're going to beat these until the mixture is light and fluffy. So mixing these well is really going to help the cookies puff up when you bake them, and it makes them super light for when you eat. So here you can see I'm just starting on a pretty low speed, and I'll build up the speed as it mixes. And this will probably mix for a couple minutes just until it is super light and fluffy. Okay, now that you've creamed the butter and sugar together, you're going to crack in your eggs. So you want to crack these in one at a time and then mix in between each egg. So here's the first one, and then I'm going to give that a good mix. And then there's the second egg, and again, a good mix after this one. Alright, so once that's done, go ahead and pour in your vanilla extract, as well as some red food coloring. I put a couple of drops at first, but I will put in more later, as you'll see. And then just mix all of those together. Okay, now that you have your wet mixture all complete, you want to add in your dry mixture. I like to add it in little by little, so maybe in like 2 or 3 parts, just so the flour doesn't go everywhere once you start mixing, because trust me, that's never fun to clean up. I unfortunately learned that the hard way. So just go ahead and mix both of those 2 things together. And while they're still mixing, you can put in some more red food coloring just to make it a little brighter. I did put in a couple of drops, just because I thought it needed more color and to be a little more bright since they are red velvet cookies. So once everything is combined, you can then transfer all of your dough into another bowl. And what we're going to do is cover the bowl with plastic wrap and leave it in the fridge to chill for about an hour or two. And what this is going to do is make the dough much more easier to handle and roll into balls for when we actually go ahead and bake the cookies. Alright, so 2 hours later, the dough is out. The first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you want to roll the dough into little balls, about a tablespoon of dough each. I used a little ice cream scoop just to help me even out the amount of dough I use in each one. So roll it into a little ball and then roll that around in some powdered sugar until it's all evenly coated. And go ahead and place that onto your baking sheet. Go ahead and do this for the rest of your dough, and you do want to make sure everything's well coated just so that when it bakes, the sugar spreads out nicely. And place this into your oven to bake for 10 to 12 minutes, and then go ahead and transfer it onto a cooling rack 5 minutes after you take it out. And there you go, there's the final product. Those are some red velvet cookies, perfect for the holiday season.